Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. First time in a while that I've uploaded a video, and today's probably going to be another pretty short one. I don't really have time to make many videos lately as the school year wraps up. It gets fairly busy towards the end, so yeah, that's why I've been a bit quiet on the channel. Only one video in the last 3 or 4 weeks, which was the 500 subscriber video update. So yeah, sorry about that. Uploads will resume to normal in the next couple of weeks. But as you can see here, they've dropped the gather round fixture that AFL has for next year. Well, we can tell straight away that Collingwood and Hawthorn are matching up, as well as Adelaide and Melbourne. I have seen a couple other fixtures, but not all of them. So let's just take a look at it now, zoom out a bit, so we can see them all. Yeah, here, gather round starts off Thursday night, Adelaide, Melbourne. So Adelaide kicking off the gather round again. Then Brisbane and North Melbourne, they played in the gather round last year. This one will be at Norwood Oval, not in Mount Barker. So that's the Friday afternoon. Then Friday night is at Port Adelaide versus Essendon. So they got the Friday night matchup this year, Port Adelaide. Then it's Sydney taking on West Coast. That one is in Mount Barker. And then the next two games, Carlton, Fremantle, Geelong, and the Bulldogs are both at Adelaide Oval. But then we move on to the Sunday games, Gold Coast and GWS in the Adelaide Hills, Richmond and St Kilda at Norwood Oval, and then finally the Sunday twilight spot, Collingwood vs Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. Interesting that Collingwood have got the twilight Sunday spot and gather around 2 years in a row. There's one more game in Mount Barker this year than there was last year. There was only the one Mount Barker game last season, which was Brisbane versus North Melbourne. So yeah, that's interesting. They also there is two Norwood Oval games like there was last year as well. So they've got one more suburban ground game. Last year they had the 6 games at Adelaide Oval and then the 3 at suburban grounds. This year they've gone with 5 and 4. So obviously they thought they'd get more out of it if they had played one more game between like smaller teams at a suburban ground. They've stuck with the Friday afternoon twilight time slot. Last year they had Fremantle playing in that time slot. The 4:40 something around. It was something around 4:40. I think it might have been 5 or 4. I don't know. It was something around that time slot, pretty similar to what this game's at, which meant that in Perth the game was on at like 3 o'clock, which is not really viable on a Friday. So they've stuck with that time slot, but they've got teams that are more suited. Their fan bases are more suited to that time slot. My team, the Swans, playing on the Saturday afternoon in Mount Barker. So I didn't actually get to go to gather round last year when Sydney played on a Friday night at Adelaide Oval, of course. Now I am able to go. They're playing in the Adelaide Hills. So I mean, I'll still hopefully get to go and see that game regardless. Yeah, I think I prefer the fixture this time around. There were a few iffy things with the fixture I didn't quite think were right last year. I think they've got it. I think they've got it right this year. Apart from, I think they should play the showdown in the gather round on like a Thursday or Friday night to kick things off, because, well, I mean that means that both Adelaide and Port Adelaide play an even amount of home and away games, because last year both teams had one more home game than they did away game, which could easily be fixed if they just played the showdown in this game. So I'm yeah, I'm not really sure what's up with that, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty. I think the fixture's all right. I mean, for the the last game here, Collingwood and Hawthorn. Obviously, that's going to be a bit of a grudge match between Jack Ginnivan and Collingwood. I think they should have fixtured that at the MCG. I think that would have been better. Maybe they do play it at some point later in the year at the MCG, but I feel like the first time the two sides face off again, it should have been at the MCG. But whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, other than that, I think not too bad. Not really much more to say. Quick little video. Hope you did enjoy. Yeah, I'll hopefully be back with regular uploads soon. But for now, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.